Hi everybody, my name is Brittany of Britzy Thrift. I'm a reseller on Poshmark, occasionally eBay, and welcome back to another What Sold video. This is the June 2024 edition, so let's see what I sold this month. I have been a little down in my past few videos because I was a little disappointed, but I'm feeling much better, and thank you so much for your words of encouragement in the comments. I'm feeling a lot more hopeful now. I did do a little bit better in the month of June than I did the other 3 months, and I beat myself for last year, 2023 June. So let's get into what I sold. On June the 1st, I sold this White House Black Market new tag size 8. This was called the Palm. I guess it's a bustier or like a halter bustier corset type top. It sold for $14 and I got a payout of $11.05. Also on the 1st, I sold this Lily Blitzer, the Callahan short in a size 2, so smaller size, but it still sold. Beautiful print as usual. Lily Blitzer has so many beautiful colors and like a lot of floral, pretty designs. These sold for $20 and I got a payout of $16. Then I sold this new tag Ann Taylor 8 Petite Wool Blend Faux Leather Trim pencil skirt. It sold for $13 and I got a payout of $10.05. This was a good one, my first time finding this brand, and it was on my BOLO list, so it performed as I hoped it would. It performed well. This is a Todd Snyder with a collaboration with 3 Looms. I'm not familiar with what 3 Looms is, but I do recognize Todd Snyder. This was a size large gray button-down pearl snap men's shirt, and it sold for $75 and I got a payout of $60. I think when I first picked it up, I mentioned that I was I saw I think it was a new tag comp, and that one sold for about $100, but this one was pre-owned, and when I was photographing it, I realized that the pearl snap one on the pocket actually had some damage, probably from like the wash or something, so I disclosed it. And to still get $75 for it was amazing in the amount of time that I had it. So Todd Snyder is a good brand to be on the lookout for. Then on the 3rd, I sold this Lululemon size 6 energy bra. It was a long line something. Sold for $15 and I got a payout of $12. So just like a pretty white camo bra that I picked up for $2 out of the $2 bin. Usually I pay on average about $5 for my items, sometimes a little bit more, but then in the $2 bin is where I find like bikinis, socks, hats, things like that they just kind of want to get rid of, t-shirts, hoodies, stuff like that. They will price it at $2 and throw it in one big bin, and so that's where I got this Lululemon bra. So anytime I could sell something for about $15 out of the $2 bin, then you know, it's kind of like a nice little bread and butter for me. This is another good sale. This is a new tag Tyler Bow size small tribal print. I think it was a midi dress. It sold for $45 and I got a payout of $36. This is something I have for a really, really long time. This was a Coach Repeat C logo zip closure wristlet, and it was basically like new. I could tell that the person did not wear it. It was still very crisp in the handle, like the little leather handle. They had like no wear on it. I had it for a really long time, kept relisting it, and it finally sold for $15 and I got a payout of $12. So not all, you know, higher end brands do all that well, but you know, I knew it was a nice quality wristlet, so at least I finally did get it to move. Then on the 6th, I sold this Garnet Hill size extra small 100% organic cotton pink, I think it was floral print robe. It sold for $19 and I got a payout of $15.20. Here's another good bread and butter that I like. Plus size Old Navy new tags usually sells between $15 and $25 for me, so I do like to pick it up. This one was a new tag Old Navy 4X cami stretch smocked floral dress. There was something that was flawed on this, but I can't remember now. But it sold for $15 and I got a payout of $12, and it did receive a 5-star rating, so that's really good. Then on the 7th, I sold this Pistola size large distressed blue denim or jean jacket. Sold for $35 and I got a payout of $28. So I'm always on the lookout for denim jackets that aren't like Massimo or, you know, like the more typical brands to find. Anytime there's a denim jacket that's like Pistola, or if it's a really nice Levi's, I will pick it up, but even Levi's can be kind of saturated as far as jean jackets. But anything that's outside of the norm of what I normally see in the jean jacket section, I typically pick it up because I think it does pretty well, and this one did well. This is a new tag Abercrombie Kids Girls size 9/10. Really pretty pink purple tie-dye side belly cut out one-piece bathing suit. It sold for $32 and I got a payout of $25.60. Another item that I pulled out of the $2 bin, so to flip it for $32 is amazing. Here is a pair of flax size small 100% linen brown stretch waist pants. They sold for $20 and I got a payout of $16. I think you used to be able to get a little bit more for flax. Now it seems like I have to sit on it for a little while longer. Sometimes I get a little more and then sometimes I get a little less like this, but I guess I just like the brand because I like that sort of lagging look, you know, and I know I like to pick up linen, especially for like the summertime because it's a nice breathable fabric. So I'll probably keep picking up flax, but it's just, I kind of can't tell what they're really going to sell for because I just sold something for like $45, I think, but then this one only sold for $20. So, you know, it's still worth the pickup, but it's just, I'm not sure what I'm going to get for it anymore. Here on the 11th is a new tag, Catherine's size 4X black capri stretch pants. They sold for $16 and I got a payout of $12.80. So another $2 pickup, and I do like selling plus size, so that's why I threw it in my cart and it was worth it. On the 13th, I sold this new tag Ann Taylor size 4 purple micro polka dot blazer jacket. It was a size 4, I think I already said that, sorry. But it sold for $40 and I got a payout of $32. On the 15th, I sold this Missoni Italy size 46, which is the equivalent of a 10 wool blend zigzag, signature zigzag with Missoni. That's kind of the thing, is like this zigzag print is like the signature. Sold for $65. It was like a sleeveless top, tank top. $65 and I got a payout of $52. So I'm glad that I held out on this because I think somebody else sent me like it was a lower offer, like 16 or 20, and I was getting ready to take it because I've had this for so long. But I was like, no, I just feel like it's worth more. So I decided to relist it, and luckily the right buyer came along and paid $65 for it. So that's really good. The other thing to keep in mind is that Missoni also has like a Target line, like a diffusion line, and that one might not be worth as much. But I knew that this was like the regular one because it was just Missoni made in Italy. There's another diffusion called M Missoni, which I think is, it would be more expensive than the Target one, but it's less expensive than like the orange tag Missoni brand. So had to sit on this one for a while, but I'm still glad that I finally got a good payout for it. On the 17th, I sold this pair of Grayson size 34-32 blue golf pants. They are men's pants, and it is a very good brand to be on the lookout for. This one is, I think, the lowest that I've sold them for. I think I sold either 2 or 3 pairs before, and it was like in that $50 range. These sold for $30, but that's still really good because, again, I paid about $5 for them. Sold for $30, and I got a payout of $24. This is a dress that I really, really liked, and I guess because I received this offer so quickly, I decided to sell it for less than what I expected to get it for, but I'm still happy with it. So it's this new tag puff sleeve size small red floral Zara tiered maxi dress. It sold for $25 and I got a payout of $20. So I hope she's really enjoying this dress because I thought that dress was beautiful with the puff sleeves. It just looks so, I don't know, just so beautiful. On the 17th, I sold this pair of Raleigh denim. These were the Jones thin size 30 linen because it's summertime pants for men. I think they were a button fly, but they sold for $100 and I got a payout of $80. So Raleigh denim is a really good brand to be on the lookout for. I've sold it before and every time it performs pretty well. I think these were actually new with tags, so that's probably why these were, you know, these sold for like $100. So, but even the other ones that are pre-owned, they've sold for like pretty good amounts, like $75 or so. So I'm always on the lookout for Raleigh denim. This is a 3X Zaya Active Green Jogger Pant. Sold for $20 and I got a payout of $16. I'm surprised. I think the plus size probably is what sold this because I have zero luck with Zaya. Here's another Lululemon bra. This is a size 4 and it's Free to Be Serene, kind of a cross strap pale blue bra. Sold for $15 and I got a payout of $12. Here is a Calia by Carrie Underwood, size medium, pink tank top or sleeveless tunic top. It sold for $12 and I got a payout of $9.05. This came out of that $2 bin also, so I'm satisfied with it. I think I said like I usually try to get 15 for it, but still like 12 is fine too because I still get profit off of it. Calia never really sells for a lot for me anyway, but it does sell. It's just that it's pretty slow moving and it's pretty bread and butter when it does sell. Here's a new Tag Tech Gear Dry Tech size 3X short sleeve top. Sold for $15 and I got a payout of $12. This is one of my favorite brands personally. I don't know. I really like Tech Gear. I think the quality is good and it keeps me warm when it's supposed to be keeping me warm and it keeps me cool when it's supposed to be keeping me cool. So I'm glad I was able to sell this one. Oh, this is really cool too. I think I got this one in January. So this is a vintage Disney size medium Mickey Mouse, like a Letterman jacket where the body was jean and then the sleeves were canvas. It did have a good amount of stains, so I disclosed that, but it still sold for $125 and I got a payout of $100. It was back in January, and I remember that because I was doing some retail arbitrage in January at like Marshall's, TJ Maxx, and Ross. And I remember I stopped into a thrift store after I finished shopping at those stores and I saw this jacket and I was like, see, that's something that you can't get at, you know, I don't know how you say it, not a regular retail store, but like, you know what I mean? You can't get something vintage and unique and whatever, you know, like at Marshall's, it's going to be like something that's got multiples out at the same time. But if you go to a thrift store, you can find things that's like from back in the day and there's only one. It's been sitting in somebody's attic for a while and now they've decided to part ways with it. So that's why I love thrifting so much, and this is one of those items and it worked out very well. So I hope you're enjoying this jacket. It actually went to Los Angeles, California, and for whatever reason I keep thinking I'm gonna see it like in a show or something, like just kind of hoping that I see it on a character in a show or something. It doesn't necessarily mean just because it went to LA, but it's just what popped into my mind when I sold it. On the 21st, I sold this Averardo Bessie size 8 pink abstract print top. This was a mistake buy. It sold for $10 and I got a payout of $7.05. So I got my money back and a little bit of profit, but I am not picking up this brand again because at the time when I checked the comps, it said that this was a good brand to pick up. But after having it for some years, and you know, finally selling it for $10, I mean, you live and you learn. Here's a Lacoste size 38 pink blue plaid shorts, sold for $10 and I got a payout of $7.05. So I got this out of the $2 bin. So again, I'm still fine with selling it for $10. It makes for good bread and butter. Here's a pair of Clark's size 9 blue faux suede lace-up sneaker shoes. They sold for $25 and I got a payout of $20. They were 5-star rated. And the person wrote a love note that says, thank you for wrapping the shoes up because it's been raining a whole lot. Thanks. So thank you so much for your purchase. And that's the reason I do package my items in like the cellophane bags, is because I don't know what the climate is going to be wherever I'm sending it to. I don't know if the postal worker is going to like drop it in a puddle or what, but at least I know inside the package, you know, if I put it in a box, it's going to be protected by that cellophane wrapper. This was a happy sell because it was a women's Patagonia. It was the new Tag, so that's probably it, and also it was a size large, but it was new Tag Patagonia size large forge gray. What was it? The Happy Hiking Studio pant, something like that. Sold for $60 and I got a payout of $48. So I got really lucky when I was shopping that day. I was like, you're kidding. New Tag Patagonia, you know, and it's a size large and it's hiking. So I had hopes that it would sell sometime this year, like, you know, in the warm weather, and it did. So that was a great return. Here's something that I had for a while. I don't pick up this brand anymore. I think at one point I thought it was cool, but then like the longer you resell, the more you kind of realize that it's like, okay, just because it has a big retail tag on it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to resell for that much. So this is a Columbia Omni Shade size medium blue leopard print long sleeve t-shirt, or I guess it's a top, but it's an athletic shirt. Sold for $10, and I got a payout of $7.05, and I got a 5-star rating and a love note that says thank you for doing business. Item as described, great communication and prompt shipping. So thank you so much for that, for taking the time to actually write a love note. Nobody has to. You don't even have to 5-star rate it. I don't get mad at people that don't, you know, like rate my item. I'm not like, hurry up and rate it so I can get my money. I'm not like that. Like, I'm just, you know, but when people actually take the time to rate things, you know, I appreciate it. I appreciate the love notes. I had somebody, I think, that recently apologized for taking so long to like review it, and I'm like, don't even worry about it. You don't have to like rush to review it or whatever, as long as you're happy with your item. Now, as for this Columbia top, I think I thought that it would do better because it was leopard print, you know, and I think I picked it up in a time where people were really into like the whole animal leopard cheetah print thing. But apparently I was wrong, because I've had this for like probably 3 years, I think. Here is another Patagonia sale. This is actually a 2-piece bundle. So this is a Patagonia small T-snap Polar Tech thermal. It was like turquoise trim and tan. And then there was also this Patagonia large Hempy Rock. This was a hemp blend jogger pant. So the bundle sold for $75, and I got a payout of $60. So that's really awesome. Thank you. So this is a new tag ASOS design size 2XL newsprint checkered, it's not suspender, short alls, like overalls, but they're shorts. This sold for $50, and I got a payout of $40. This was something that I picked up just because I was like, I know that ASOS and Zara will sell. And it's even better when it's new with tags and it is plus size, but I kind of debated it because I was like, I don't know if this is really going to sell or not, you know, and I didn't have it for that long. I kind of just picked it up on a whim because I like the design of it and I like the size and everything. So I was like, okay, sure, why not? Turned out to be one of my better sales, $50, you know, that's great. So ASOS and Zara I actually do like. Shein and whatever that other one is, I'm gonna continue to leave alone. On the 23rd, I sold this Figs extra small / small petite burgundy scrub set. I can't remember. One was the extra small, like the top, or they were mismatched sizing. One was extra small and one was small petite. But it sold for $36, and I got a payout of $28.80. I think for this set, I did pay up a little bit, so I paid $8 for it. So I still get, you know, profit. I get my money back. But I am not picking up Figs anymore because I just can't really move it like that. I'm kind of just flushing out all the Figs that I had picked up once before, so I'm glad to see them moving. Did get a 5-star rating, and it says in the love note, super fast shipping and items received were clean and exactly what I ordered. Thank you. So thank you so much. Here's another Old Navy that sold on the 24th. This is an Old Navy size large cami floral tropical Hawaiian print dress. Sold for $12, and I got a payout of $9.05. So a little bit lower than 15, but again, like that's kind of the range. Like, I mean, I say 15 to 25. Actually, really it's 15 to 20. But I mean, 12 is still fine. I'm not going to argue over like those $3, so I still get profit. Here's a by Anthropologie size 10 mustard yellow wide leg halter jumpsuit. Kind of like a canvas jumpsuit. I keep trying to say pantsuit, but I think it's jumpsuit. So for $55, I got a payout of $44. And the love note, this is the love note that apologized. She gave me a 5-star rating, and she said, I am so sorry for the late response. Love the jumpsuit. Oh, okay, so she calls it a jumpsuit. Thank you for shipping so quickly. So again, no need to apologize. So long as you're happy with it, I appreciate it. On the 24th, I sold this pair of, I'm like, how do you say it? Is it Diesse, or I'm not sure. It's Diesse but they were a size 7 blue suede, genuine Swedish clogs, and they sold for $40, and I got a payout of $32, so that's really cool. I picked these up just on the feeling that maybe they were something. It seems like anytime I see clog shoes that are from somewhere else, like, you know, Sweden or whatever, then they seem to sell pretty well, so I like to pick those up. Here's a new tag, La Blanca, size 3X, black gauzy metal grommet detail on the V-neck. Did I say 3X? So 3X plus size, what do you call it? A swim cover. Kind of like just a really breezy, flowy swim cover. Sold for $30, and I got a payout of $24. Yeah, Lulao is kind of not the best thing to pick up. I've had this for a long time. This was a size small Lulao floral embroidered blue jean jacket. I thought it was really, really cute because of the flowers, almost kind of like Johnny was. But I had it for a really long time, and you know, Lulao is kind of it's not kind of, it is saturated. It's everywhere in the thrift store. When I go shopping, I see it all the time. I used to think that I could sell the jeans because I had good luck with a pair of jeans before, but I picked up those jeans pre-owned, and like they're still sitting. So I think I would probably just kind of stay away from Lulao. But this one finally sold, and I'm grateful. So it sold for $12, and I got a payout of $9.05. And she said perfectly wrapped and a 5-star rating, so thank you. On the 25th, I sold this Chico's size 1. So Chico's has sort of like their own sizing chart. Size 1 is not really a size 1. It's actually a medium, or like a regular US size 8. These were the So Slimming Brigitte size 24-inch Optic white pants. They sold for $21, and I got a payout of $16.80. And the love note reads, perfect Chico's, new with tags. Thank you so much for such a great deal and super fast shipper. So thank you. And I'm glad you're enjoying your pants. I was a little worried about them because I was like, do people really like to wear white pants? But I think white might have been a thing this summer, because I feel like I sold something else that was like wide leg and white, and I was worried about those two, and they went right on out. So I think maybe white was like a good color for this summer. Then also on the 25th, I sold this Blarney Woolen Mills size 40, 100% pure new wool blue sweater for $15, and I got a payout of $12 and a 5-star rating. I'm so glad that this sold, because I remember I picked this sweater up, and this was actually a mistake buy. There was another sweater that performed beautifully, and I almost thought about keeping it. It was a sweater that was like the same thing. It was wool. It was purple, which is my favorite color, and it was beautiful. And I remember it sold for like a good amount in no time. And then this sweater, I didn't realize had so many flaws on it, so lots of stains, lots of holes. But I was like, but it is still a vintage sweater. I didn't realize at the time. That's why I thought I was just throwing in 2 nice wool vintage sweaters in my cart when I picked them up. But when I got home, I realized the purple one was in way better condition, and that's probably why it sold faster and for more money. This one sat understandably, so I'm grateful that it did finally still sold. I think maybe everything does sell eventually, but you know, you kind of have to pay for it if you make a boo-boo. Like if you don't inspect well enough while you're shopping, you have to pay for that mistake in time. So storage time. This is a new tag Lazy One size large PJ Boxer crabby shorts. I thought they were for men, I think, but they're actually for women. Sold for $18, and I got a payout of $14.40. So this is something that I grabbed out of the $2 bin. So really great flip, not just because it sold for $18, but also because it sold within, I think, 45 minutes of me listing it. I was actually pretty surprised. I remember I listed it, and then I got up and got a cup of coffee, and then I watched something for a minute on TV, and then I turned my phone back on to start working, and then already it was sold. So that's pretty cool. This is a really good sale. This is Chubbies size medium, 5.5-inch inseam fleece lounge Fair Isle gray shorts. This is something that I got from the by the pound visit. And I think I only spent, oh, I can't remember now. Was it $18 or $25? Somewhere in that range for the entire lot that I got that day at By the Pound. So for these to sell for $30 is amazing. So for $30 and I got a payout of $24. They weren't in perfect condition. I think the pull string on the waist had like a little bit of, what do you call it? Dye transfer from the wash. So I disclosed that and they still sold. So that's awesome. I thought I had remembered Chubbies being a good brand, but I just couldn't remember. And I almost put them back when I was at By the Pound, but I'm so glad that I didn't. So that basically paid me back all my money. On the 30th, I sold this Marc by Marc Jacobs Petal to the Metal purse. It had some very pretty gold bird metal detailing on the front, and I saw that these purses, actually I got this one from By the Pound as well, but it took a really long time for it to sell. Part of that might have been my fault because I may have priced it higher, because some of them were selling for higher. This wasn't perfect. It had a couple of like ink pen line stains on it somewhere, but I just recently relisted it and it sold for $97 and I got a payout of $77.60. So, and it is a leather purse. So I really like the, it comes in different colors, blue, this one's cream. So it's really cute and I thought about keeping it, but I have so many bags for myself that I really don't need anymore. So I'm glad that this one is on its way to its new home. Also on the 30th, I sold this Dagney Dover Burgundy dual strap tote bag. It was a pretty good sized tote bag. I think it weighed like, when I put it in the box, it weighed a little over 3 pounds. Sold for $30 and I got a payout of $24. And I have had this for probably 3 years as well. I remember Dagney Dover was one of the items, one of the brands that I put on my BOLO list when I was kind of just getting started. And I was excited because I found it so quickly after I had created that BOLO list. So I thought, ooh, I'm in the money. I'm gonna, like sell this really fast. 3 years later, Actually, it might even be 4 years. I don't know. I just know it's been some years. But it finally moved out. It did have like a big scuff on the side, which I disclosed. Somebody else commented something about, did it have something, which it didn't. So, it might have had something missing or whatever, but I showed the bag inside and out. You could see absolutely everything that was there, was present, was not present. So that's why I always say view the photos, because it's like if you're a fan of the brand and it comes with a cup holder or whatever. I'm not familiar with the brand like that. So I try not to hide anything from people. So I always suggest that you look at the pictures, but I'm happy this one sold, and I probably would pick up this brand again, but just, I don't know, maybe if it was better quality, like without the big scuff on it. Then I had 3 eBay sales. So on June the 14th, I sold this new tag, Brooks Brothers men's 35 by 32 Chino Elliott Relaxed Fit pleated cuffed pants. They sold for $28 and I got a payout of $24.12. I actually have another pair of these in blue, so I picked them up a while ago. I thought they would sell a lot faster because I thought Brooks Brothers was a, heavier name or whatever, but even if it's not, like, they're still just a nice pair of work pants. So hopefully I'll get lucky and sell the other pair soon as well. Relisting on eBay seems to be helping. Like, if I hit sell similar and then delete the old listing, it seems like it helps out some as far as like being visible. I guess eBay just kind of, sinks your listings down in the algorithm where people can't really see it too good if it's been listed like for a while. So it's good to like end the listing and refresh it in their system so that way you can get some new eyes on your item. Then on the 17th, I sold this pair of Lily Blitzer 00 Clifton blue polka dot shorts. So I most definitely probably would have left those behind today because of the 00. Like I said, I kind of like plus size a little bit better now. So, but I mean, I relisted these and they sold for $7.75. And I got order earnings of $6.77, and I'm pretty sure I only paid $2 for those. So lastly, I sold this Want Do size 10/12 new tag blue white floral one-piece swimsuit for $25, and I got order earnings of $21.73. I really like this bathing suit because it kind of looked like that blue china. I think I mentioned that before, but there's these teacups that have like this pattern on it, and I always forget the name, but it's like it's blue and it's white, but that's kind of what this bathing suit looked like to me. Okay, so a better month. I'm feeling my hope is coming back, so I think, I'm gonna keep the hope alive and stick with it and keep listing and, just keep trying to do the very best that I can do for my reselling business, and just try to deal with the ups and downs of it. So I hope you guys had some pretty good sales this month, and I thank you so much for watching my What Sold video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.